Anybody call for another stream? No, no one did. In fact, right now, why am I doing this? I kind of want to blow through P4 and then get to P3 this week before Tokyo Mirage Sessions. So I'm basically just gonna blow through it this weekend. Because I was like, what if I just skipped to P3? And then I looked at the soundtrack to this game and I'm like, no. There's too much good shit here. Even if I like this cast the least. They're all wonderful still. I just don't really have much of a connection to, like a strong connection to anyone beyond Kanji and Naoto and Teddy and you. Everyone else I can kind of take or leave. I think I've never felt much for Chie. Though I will admit, man, nothing is quite as bad as her original voice. Her new one's way better.
Persona 4 dancing all night.
And yeah, I like Yosuke casually, but definitely kind of a lesser Ryuji. Can't really deny that.
Alright,
let's not waste time. Oh, not uneasy.
Let's go. This seems good.
What do we got? Sure, why not?
Alright with me. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's not waste time. Let's just go. Why not?
Persona 4, dancing all night.
Okay,
hey, Lotus.
let's get going.
Perhaps it's inappropriate for me to be advising you, but I'll be watching closely.
Hell yeah.
Alright. How's that? That went well. Yeah. Perfect.
Oh. So this remix is actually from the Reincarnation album, of which I hope we get one for P5. I really do, because they're really good.
How's that? That went well.
I really hope we can get the full versions of Groovy and what is it? Oh God, what is the theme for 3?
All right. All right, I'm ready whenever. How's that?
God, I love it so much. What is it?
That went well.
That's the spirit.
Oh God, I didn't pick partners.
All right. How's that?
Looking good.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. That went well.
I think a big thing that holds me back from liking P4D as much as the other two is
I got nothing but praise for
I think that the dance moves are the plot is that they've actually been taught how to dance, so they're all doing like proper dance moves, and they're all just kinda dance moves with the exception of Kanji. They don't really fit their personalities much visually, if you ask me. they're just kind of dance moves. Whereas like there is a level of, oh, that's who that person is for every song in 3 and 5 that I really appreciate.
Right, let's go.
Like I can see who they are
I'll go
clearly.
with this today.
Oh, it doesn't have a partner. Awesome. Yeah, it doesn't. I just kind of
Okay,
feel like they're
let's
just
get
dance
going.
moves in this one. It's you know, personal preference, but you know. How do I turn these off again? Oh, it's backwards.
Time to do this. Good luck.
Yeah, P4 is fucking incredible, but I don't personally hold as much fondness for it as the other two. I adore it to pieces, don't get me wrong, and I will play it again someday. I actually did drop my most recent playthrough of it just because I had just come off of 5 and I wasn't... It's just so much that's been added. I'm really excited for these games to inevitably get ported, 3 and 4, maybe with some new updates to bring them up to parity. That would be really good. I really hope we can see that.
How's that?
Some modern ports with tons of bells and whistles to make them more manageable and fun.
Yeah. That went well.
Okay, you're doing great.
I know some people are like, hey, listen,
All right.
P3 has to be long and dull for the dungeons because that's part of the tone. And it's like, yeah, but I don't even really think that's completely intentional. Like, you can make an oppressive atmosphere without sacrificing the actual fun of playing the game and enjoying it, you know? I'll be honest, if you probably asked the devs, I guarantee you they would go, yeah, no, that has nothing to do with the tone. The tone of the game gives us the tone of the game, not the dungeons being oppressive in a bad way. They could still be oppressive even if you spruce them up and make them easier and more enjoyable to go through, you know? So, you know. Because I adore 3, but I cannot do Tartarus again.
How's that?
I've done it twice. I can't do it a third time. I can't. Not as it is. It needs tweaks. Good old Narukami.
King Crazy! Perfect score!
What was I missing for King Crazy? Because I was pretty much there, wasn't I?
Alright, that felt great!
Oh, look at that amazing score! Is that a new record?
I'm trying to figure out what it was. Yeah, it's pretty much that's what it should be, but anyways.
Full steam ahead! I think I'll take
The
myself
Shuji
out of
Sogabe
these
design. The
today.
Shuji Sogabe is the guy who did the mangas for 3 and 4, which are incredible. I got the... Well, I'll talk about it when the... I'll talk about it during a song. Yeah, this costume. I really don't particularly care for the,
My lifetime of scoring is
I actually don't
finally
really
gonna
care
kick
for
off.
the, oh yeah, you know what, sure, why not?
I shall choose this.
I don't really care for
meet
this game's P4D costumes, but the Shuji Sogabe
Let's focus and
costumes
get
are,
going.
to me,
I want you to excite me.
what I think
I
they
expect
should
great
wear in
things
these
from you.
games.
There we go!
So I'll wear them in the first runs for everybody, and then I'll get rid of them as fast as possible.
Yahoo!
Because the Sogabe costumes are like what this game probably should have gone with to begin with. They just fit so well,
There we go!
and they're some of the best looks that these characters ever rocked.
Woohoo! Got it! I'm ready whenever!
Will you dance all night with me?
Oh, I don't remember giving you that wig.
Yahoo!
You're rocking it!
Interesting indeed.
Our dance is the sexiest, the prettiest, the teddiest there is!
Looking good, you two.
What a electrifying dance! Woohoo!
This is such a good mix.
You and me, we're gonna dance all night.
Look at this boy.
There. Okay.
The remixes to Scramble are so good. I want that album so badly, and thankfully, I don't have to wait too long for it.
Okay. Yeah.
You're really good.
Woohoo! This bear is fully charged. There. Perfecto. Ha! Woohoo! You even stuck the landing.
Will you dance all night with me?
You might be better than me.
Yeah.
Interesting indeed.
Can you feel the intense heat between Teddy and Miss Margaret?
I'm getting fired up. What the?
Ooh, that was a little steamy. I can't lose either. Woohoo! There we go.
I'm demolishing my high score.
Woohoo!
Ah, fuck that up.
Yahoo! Woohoo! Ha-ha! Yahoo! Kentucky Doggy!
Oh, this is one thing that, this is the one thing I actually did miss for 3 and 4. 3 and 5. At the same time, watching these every time, you know what, I imagine this probably got old for people that were actually just doing these songs all the time.
Seductive Wiles.
Yeah, actually, you know what, now that I think about it, maybe it is for the best that they dropped those. Still, I would have liked to see a lot of those models rendered in high def. I would have really liked to be able to see a lot of those models in high def. But at the same time, we'll see them elsewhere.
Now, let's get rolling.
Want me to show? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, this outfit's
so I read,
got me
so yeah, the
excited.
Shujusogabe costumes are wonderful. But let's go with
Well,
that.
do I
Just
look good?
get that off Chie's list as fast as possible.
Persona
I picked up
Dancing All Night.
Volume 1
Let's
of
focus
P5
and get
yesterday,
going.
the manga,
Eddie,
and
set yourself up for your dance.
man, I'm really happy with it. I usually actually don't read them the day I get them. Usually they kind of end up on a backlog for a bit. I have every P3 volume, but I've only read up to 7, and I still have 8, 9, 10, and 11, so I still have a bit to go. I have up to volume 10 of 4, but I've only read up to 6. I'm gonna need to flip through those again to remember some of the new stuff I've done with them. But I read volume 1 first day, and I'm really happy with it. It does some really neat things for that story. It drops some elements, it obfuscates some elements to make them more surprising later. They haven't shown Shido's face, and I don't know how long it'll be before they drop that. They also don't have the interrogation format, the immediate res with Sai. That's not there, which is a really interesting choice. So I guess that'll be an extended sequence in later in the book. So yeah, that's cool. Apparently around volume 5 and 6, Kasumi and Maruki from Royal show up, so they're kind of retroactively placing those characters in it, so they are obviously going to do stuff with them later. The Royal stuff will come into play in the books, which is really, really neat. I'm actually really happy with that. I'm happy to see that they're going all the way with that. It'll be really interesting to do a version of that story where they're not there from the beginning and then they appear later. But, you know, I'm happy with it. The only thing I'm not sold on yet is the art.
Nice! You nailed it!
The art is good. At times it's great. At times it's really great. But I'm really attached to Sogabe's art style with 3 and 4. I'm really attached to it. I think it fit the world and those characters so perfectly, and it captured everything that was so great about them so quickly. And there are moments where I see how certain characters are drawn, and I'm just like, that's them, but it just looks kind of off, you know? Likewise, the art cover, if you go look up P5 Volume 1, I think it's pretty ugly, the cover art. It's Joker and Arsene, it just looks weird. There's something about how it's drawn that puts me off. But I've looked at some of the other cover arts, and they're a lot better. So maybe this is a thing where he gets better at drawing over time. Who knows? Maybe by the end I'll be really happy with the art style. That being said, it's going to be quite a slow ride. Here's the thing. Sogame only finished P3 and P4 last year. No, he finished P3 in 2018, and he finished P4 in 2019. And now he's completely off to do whatever. I unfortunately do wish that he could have done P5, but he was on those books for like 15 years. I'm gonna cut him some slack that he probably wanted to go do something else. You know, he was very much part of that brand for a long time, so whatever, he can go retire, that's fine. But yeah, oh god, I forget his name. P5 manga.
King Crazy!
How was it? You can be honest. Perfect, right?
I'm speechless, Teddy. Thou hast pleased me this day.
Hisato Murasaki.
So
Got it.
begins
Okay, so
another
that's the new
legend of
artist
Teddy.
/ writer's name.
You did it!
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I need to warm up to the art, I think. But I should get there. Yeah.
Here goes.
Alright, here's one of the reasons I'm always weird about playing P4 is I like Konami. Well, here's the thing, I like her a lot more now that I got this costume. But like, the minute she's wearing this, this, my brain just wants to shut off. I can't, like, I get what the aesthetic they're going for is, but I hate it. I hate it so much. And this is too much, guys. This is too much. This, though, this is fun. So, that's gonna be the only thing she wears.
I'll try it.
Yeah, that is the only thing you will see me
You
making
think
her wear.
it'll look good on? Okay, you know I've got this. All right, all set and ready to go.
Oh, right, Ashley Birch Risei. Oh, no. Not a fan. Not a fan at all.
Oh, this is so cute. Okay, go
Yeah.
me.
I love Ashley Birch, but, like, it just feels wrong.
I'll be sure to
When
make
it's
the
not Laura
most of this
Bailey.
opportunity.
It feels
This'll be
weird.
easy for you, Konami. Let's do
Which
this.
is funny, because I think Matt Mercer does such a good job with kanji, despite him not being Troy, that I
This is going well.
sometimes mix their voices up in my head. Like, they both capture kanji really well. And I don't think that's like a state on, like, I don't think that's a statement on, like, Ashley Birch's capability to mimic, like, one of her fellow voice actors. It's just one of those things where it's like,
1, 2, 3.
I don't know, it just doesn't feel right.
There. Good. Here goes. 1, 2, 3. Hurrah! Here I am. Just leave the navigation to me. Good.
Yes. Yeah, like that.
Here goes. Nice, Konami. Go, go, go. The invincible Rizzy Senpai dance is so cute.
Oh, so majestic.
We're an invincible duo. We exploded with energy on stage.
One second. Just 1 second. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I wasn't muted.
You did it! You did it!
I used to check audio for these every time I started them first, and I stopped doing that at 0% because I'm like a couple years out of practice for this.
Good!
And yeah, I should do more of these things.
This is going well! Good!
I'm getting tripped up.
Hurrah! 1, 2, 3! Here goes! This is going
Are the double
well.
notes only in the other games? I don't think that's right. I really feel like they're here.
1,
No, I've gotten tripped up by them in Adachi's song, so of course not.
Here I am. Just leave the navigation to me.
Yeah, ooh. Ashley Birch's Risei does not do it for me. She actually might be the only recasting in the series I'm not a fan of, actually. Everybody else I'm pretty cool with.
Hurrah! You're as good as I
And of
thought,
course,
Konami.
next time we see the recast, there's a specific Mignana that needs to be recasted.
I think I'm in love with both of you.
We're an invincible duo! We exploded with energy on stage!
Wow, awesome!
Hell yeah. Alright.
Good! There!
That's way over my old score. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, awesome.
Brilliant!
Dancing is so much fun! I'm in such a good mood! You're looking good up there! That was great, Konami!
Okay.
Bada bing! Congratulations! You broke the record!
Yeah, so I can't stand Konami's regular costume. I think it's so ugly.
I'm gonna do my
Listen. I get what they're going for. I really get what they're going for, but no. And this is a bit much. So yeah, I can only stand these when it's just this. Who should we sub in?
Good on me?
Yes.
I hope I can do good. Cowards.
Yeah,
See
no,
how here
excuse me.
goes?
Don't do that. Okay. So let's get Nanako in here. Yeah, let's do this
I wanna
one.
wear this one.
And then let's drop the pink wig. Don't need none of that.
I want to wear this one.
Alright. The
Persona
most
4,
precious little girl
Dancing
dancer
All
of all time.
1 and 2.
There we
and
go.
1 and
Yeah,
2.
so like I was saying, like,
It's
I
starting.
can't.
Come on, let's dance.
Konami is a really fun character, and I think she's got some great stuff in this game story mode. But the aesthetic that they go for with her costume is terrible, so I always put her in her regular clothes. Well, it's not terrible. It's good at what it's going for, but I can't stand the weird, like, Kentucky Fried look. I guess that's what we'll call it.
Here goes.
I don't know. I think she's cuter in a regular outfit anyway.
Yeah, that's
But
it.
yeah, so I read the P4D manga last night. Pretty happy with it. Art's gotta grow on me, but you know, I'm happy to check out the next couple. Oh yeah, they're only on volume 6 right now. So like, and they just had royal characters start showing up. So now they have to weave them back through. I don't know when the manga's up to right now. I think it might be up to month. I think it's up to month.
This is going
I think it might still be in month 3 actually. I'm not entirely sure. Somewhere around June.
Okay?
But yeah. Yeah!
There.
That's my little sister! Do it! Yeah! That's what we want!
1, 2, 3. Konami, you look like you're having fun.
Oh, man.
Is on fire.
So yeah, I'm blowing through P4 today. I'm gonna check out... I'm blowing through P4 because I want to try and get P4D done before Tokyo Mirage. So I can have that.
Yeah.
Though, there may be, let's call it a hate stream with some people coming around that time. Oh boy. A playthrough of Misery is on its way.
1, 2,
That'll be
3.
so much fun. But yeah, fun is a bit much in this case. Yeah, this game has some really great mixes. Because they can pull, they were able to pull from the anime, they were able to pull from Q, Arena, all sorts of places.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm fairly happy with that.
Hurrah!
You know what? I'm gonna get something
You did it!
ready that I need to get ready now.
Good.
Because, unfortunately,
There.
I'm gonna have to do something very bad in order to enjoy
1, 2, 3.
the next song I'm gonna do, which is a DLC track. But, you know, in order to fulfill the joke, I'm gonna set this up.
Good. Kanami, you look like you're having fun.
I'm about to go so far for this joke.
All right, let's do this with gusto.
Look at these heroes.
What a precious little angel.
All the references to her in 5 are really nice. 5 has a ton of references to like the whole series. There's some P1 and 2 references in there that I casually ignore. And tons of really great references to 3 and 4. Alright, so yeah, I'm also going to be working in DLC tracks in occasionally. I am going to get through pretty much everything this game has to offer. Hopefully by tomorrow, but I'm not counting on it.
Wow, idols are so cool.
I'm going to try really hard though. I might just start playing it early tomorrow as well. So, unfortunately, it's time to do something very bad. It's time to do Marie's song. Oh no, not Marie. Anything but Marie. Well, unfortunately, as some people may know, hanging out with Marie is like eating glass. So, it's time to eat some glass. Of course, in order to eat some glass, I'm first gonna have to break some glass. So, let me just get this ready here. Alright. Alright, I got some glass. You ready? Alright, let's break it. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, jeez. Wow, that was really good. Oh, shit! Okay. Now we've broken some glass. Alright. I'm gonna shovel the glass in my mouth. Oh, God. Oh no. Okay. There's a bunch of glass in my mouth. Time to do this the right way.
Doing this? Okay, sure.
Let's get it started now.
It's not supposed to be
Why
hard,
do you
right?
get such a good song, you bastard? Fuck.
Oh, did I get that right? Twist. This is called getting hype, right?
I hate you so much.
Just like that. I don't know, but this is cool. Move to the rhythm. Come on. Just do it.
Oh, it hurts so much. Not the glass to her.
That wasn't too bad, huh?
How am I supposed to focus all this glass in my mouth?
I'm feeling it. Twist.
Oh.
This is kind of fun. I don't get to do stuff like this that much.
Time to put more in. This is crazy. I like it.
Time to get serious.
Damn it, Lotus Juice! Stop singing! Release me!
Feel my raging pathos.
The heat is overwhelming.
I don't want to!
You look good. You look good. Splendid. Entertain me more.
Huh. You're good at dancing, Margaret.
You look good.
Synced up. That was fun. I bet the nose is surprised too.
Oh,
Guess that went okay.
man,
It was probably just a coincidence.
all that glass in my mouth. Oh,
It is
gonna have to go get that
checked.
checked later. I did terribly. Probably because of all that glass that was in my mouth. Why do you have to have such a great design and have the personality of a can of toothpaste?
I don't know the details, but you're in a hurry, right?
Oh, hold on. How do I change her hair? Oh, there we go. Oh, it was on a random wig, that's why. Yeah, no, I don't want no wig.
This will do.
Can I not pick someone other than Margaret? No.
I am delighted to see you. I
Alright,
feel
that's it.
invigorated.
Perfect play.
Persona 4 dancing.
Oh,
It's not supposed to be hard, right?
everything with you is hard. Everything. You know, it's funny. People talk about how, like, Atlas always adds a new girl to an expanded edition and they're all bad. It's highly exaggerated. It's pretty much just her, honestly. Yeah, like, yeah, I guess if you want to count Metis in P3 Best, that's not, she's not great, but also the entirety of the answer is bad, so who cares? It has nothing to do with her in that case. Marie is, you know, she's just there. I've heard really, really good things about Kasumi from those who have played the game, so I'm not worried about that anymore. But even then, Rin was a fantastic addition to Captain Full Body. Frankly, I don't think that game was even remotely as good before she was in it.
Move to the rhythm.
When she... Saying she. Well, that's fine.
Just do it.
When Day got into the game, that game took on more of an identity than I feel like it ever really had before Rin got into it. And it honestly, like, it gained a message I didn't think it was capable of, which gave it a lot more value than I think it ever had before. That's not even like, Rin is not just a nice addition. Rin gives that game a new... they elevate it to a status I really didn't think was possible. So yeah, the Atlas new girl thing, maybe there are other cases that I'm not familiar with, but it's pretty much just Marie. Of course you have some, let's call them feeling individuals, who certainly love to run the bandwagon that they're all bad, but whatever, those people are idiots about pretty much everything anyways, so. Oh man. This song's fucking great though. This is the OP track for Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, or as it's known in Japan, Persona 4 Arena what is it? The Ultra Suplex Hold, I think it is. Let me check that. Persona 4 Arena
Time to get serious.
Ultra. Yeah, Ultimax Ultra Suplex Hold. Yeah. It's not one of those times you wish they could keep these names, frankly. Oh man. I think I lost a viewer because I was using they, them adjectives. I think that's pretty funny. Or maybe it's because I messed up the pronoun the first time, which is fair. It's both because I want to avoid spoilers, frankly, but also I've kind of already given it away just by even saying that much, so whatever.
You look good. You look good.
Alright,
My.
that's a good bout of glass eating.
You're good at dancing, Margaret.
Oh man,
So
hard to take a drink with all my
I bet the nose is
beverage
surprised, too.
seeping into the cuts in my lips with all that glass I ate. It's really unfortunate. Oh god, that's such a stupid. What are you doing? Oh my god.
My last
Hate her
words.
so much.
Adieu. Au revoir.
Oh god, she's poeming right now. Shut up. Oh my god, no. Get me out. Oh, stop. I've escaped. I never have to see her again. Well, mostly. Oh yeah, keep away from that. Yeah, so I'm going to move back up to these now.
Let's keep
Oh, yeah, this one's really good. So I've already done her L&B stage outfit, so what should I go for? Oh, the basic, the golden ending clothes are all really good. I don't remember that! Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, that's great. I'm glad that's there. Ski gear. The Sogave design is so good. Yeah, what we're gonna go with is probably something... What should we go for?
I'll go with this one.
Yeah,
today.
actually, let's try and get the vacation clothes in here a little bit.
If you're certain. then by
Oh,
all means.
Naoto's costume is so good.
Very well. Let's go with this one.
Naoto had like, oh, that's great. Naoto had so many. Oh god. Oh, that was on one of the Christmas cards actually, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, that's where they took that from. Yeah, let's go with this.
I suppose a costume like this isn't so bad.
It's funny, like,
Turn up the heat.
Persona 4.
oh man, the
Let's
the
work up the
Sogave
sweat.
costumes.
Let's stay focused.
It's frankly just what this game should have had in the first place. They shouldn't have been DLC. They should have been the main costumes. So this is the ending track for Arena, or no, or is this Ultimax? No, I don't remember if it was Arena or Ultimax is anything because they both have different ones. It's a remix either way.
I did it. Yeah. Yeah, all set.
Naoto's the best. I love Rise too, though. Yeah. Oh, you know, I also like Rise.
There.
Yeah.
Let's turn things.
Because yeah, I have issues with the initial cast, but once Kanji shows up, I'm really in.
All right, you're nailing it.
I like pretty much everyone after Kanji shows up. I don't completely ever get to the point where I love Chie and Yukiko
No matter
and
what you
Yosuke.
do, Naoto-kun.
You're all synced
I
up.
really like. Here's the thing. I like them all. I love them all
That was sexy.
to an extent,
You finished with
but you
style.
know, I don't get the same charge as I get as some of their counterparts.
I did it. Yeah.
Like, does Yosuke touch Junpei or even Ryuji? Especially Ryuji, actually. Not really. I wish he did, because Yuri's great, but you know,
Yay.
there's just some elements of him I'm like, you know, he's fun. But man, Ryuji's so much fun. It feels like the perfect evolution of that archetype.
There. I did it.
And in Junpei, it's almost not fair, because Junpei has like probably the best arc in 3. Now he just needs a better voice actor.
Yay.
Still rooting for Quentin Flynn on that one. I think that'd be neat. I did hear some weird things about Quentin Flynn recently, but I shouldn't talk about that. Not my business.
You're doing great. Keep it up.
Oh, I fucked that up. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, you're doing it.
I think Naoto has the only, like, original P4D costume that I really like, the blue. That looks awesome. That being said, the Sogabe design is so much better. It's kind of unfair how much better those costumes are than the ones they give these characters by default in this game. But yeah, here's the thing. My misgivings about about like Shia and Yukiko and Yusuke are minor ones at best. Like, they're lower tier, but it's like a smidge. I adore them all.
Brilliant.
It's not even worth considering, but it still puts it up there. You know, it's one of those things.
That was amazing. But I could hardly expect any less of you, Rise-san.
Alright. Now
Alright, let's move on. I'll go with this one today.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright, all set and ready to go.
If you're certain, then by all means.
What else we got? Let's get this out of the way, sure.
I suppose a costume like this isn't so bad.
Alright. Yeah, Naoto's is pretty much the only one that I like.
We're
I don't really care
starting.
for any of
Let's
them.
dance.
I think it's mainly because it's the only one that's like drastically different from the regular costume. Kanji's is pretty different in fairness, but you know, it's still kind of kanji. It's kanji with a bandana, you know, nothing too spectacular. Whereas the costumes that they gave them on 3 and 5, wonderful. And the Sogabe costumes are what I wanted in that respect. I'm so happy the P4D costumes are in Royal. Like, God, I wanted those so badly. Especially because, listen, the P4D DLC costumes in 5, the original game, are the ugliest costumes. They're so ugly. The Ikachi one's pretty cool. The hero hat, that's pretty good. But other than that, they're so ostentatious in the wrong way, and I'm really happy that they didn't land on those for P4D, because I do not like them at all. Like that baggy shirt that Ren wears, gross, disgusting, pathetic. Don't like that one bit. Not one bit at all. So happy with the new costumes. Hope we'll get a chance to see the P3 costumes again someday, but I have my doubts we'll ever see that. Outside of a proper P3 remake, yep, I don't see that. And I don't see that happening either. I used to really think it was going to happen, but these days I'm not so sure. You know, it's funny. I kind of had this thought in my mind, like, oh, it's just me on these streams. I'll have nothing to talk about. And then I remember, oh wait, my brain is an endless treasure trove of ideas and opinions and thoughts about these games and why I love them as much as I hate them. It's a very tiny amount of hate. Very tiny. It's mostly directed at Marie. And P1 and 2, but let's not talk about that. That's a thing. There are too many things in this series that I'm just, like, outwardly in opposition of for me to be a stan. Every now and then I'm like, am I a stan? Am I the crazy person that just defends everything and loves it way too much? And then I go, no, because there's too many parts of it you don't like. Like PQ1, which I like, but I don't love. I have a lot of problems with it, especially in gameplay. I have issues with this game over the other two, which is not a popular opinion at all. Not a fan of 1 and 2 at all. In fact, 2 is probably the most disappointed I'd ever been in any narrative, so take that as you will.
hardly breaking a sweat, Rise-san.
Fat shaming the scene at all. I'm not gonna get into it.
Burning up inside. That was great. Now
But yeah, like overall, like yeah, I'm pretty.
you finished
I've
this
got
time.
like stuff in this series that I'm not particularly fond of. At the same time, you know, I also like a bunch of the stuff that people don't like. Like, I think the plot, like the story mode of this game is fine, but I wasn't sad to lose it and get the social link instead in Green D because I think that those worked out better anyways. But I was pretty. I was pretty happy to. I'm pretty happy with most of the spin-offs that people don't like. I'm enormously happy with Q2, although that one is popular, so you know. I'm enormously happy with the P4D movies, which I know isn't a popular opinion. I love how those adapted that story. Less so for P4D or for P4A. Definitely not as much for P5A. You know. There's stuff here I like and dislike.
Then, let's proceed.
Yeah. Okay, what should I go for?
This
Yeah,
should
sure.
do for today.
Let me see, is LMB stage out? Yeah, it's kind of just kanji and a bandana. Yeah. Oh god, forgot about some of these. He looks like Beat from World Ends With You when he wears the ski gear. Yeah, like look at that. That's so good.
Hell yeah,
There we
I'm
go.
ready.
Now, the stage is set.
Persona 4, Dancing All Night.
Now,
All
let's
right.
begin. Just leave this to me.
Let's show 'em real dances.
Good. I could do this. How's this?
I think it's kind of shitty that you can only buy this with the full collection, but I guess most people are gonna buy the regular anyways.
Good.
Then again, it's on sale all the time.
I won't waste this chance. How's this?
But didn't work. Honey, 'cause we had a whole lot going on and on and on.
Kaji Tatsumi the man is here to lend a hand.
Hell yeah.
I could do this.
Not bad.
So good!
Amazing.
Those moves had me.
I think they leave the combo on screen in the other ones, which I like more.
I sensed your intense emotion, Kanji-kun.
Let us rise to greater heights.
Success. Kanji-kun, what's wrong? Your face is all red. Good. Whew. I could do this.
These cut-ins also kind of aren't as exciting as I wish they were.
Good.
I'm kind of glad they do some other
All
stuff.
right, ready when you are. I could do this. Whew.
This is a man's dance. Check it.
How's this?
There! Keep it up.
Doing great. I could do this.
Those moves had me hypnotized.
Some of that felt oddly forced.
Aw.
I sensed your intense emotion.
Oh right, I'm in the fever, so it's fine.
Enjoying this.
Success.
Man, I'm annihilating all these scores right now.
My face is all red.
Yeah!
Oh, now I remember what I wanted to talk about earlier, but I sort of forgot mid one of these dances. But I'll get to talk about it in a minute when I show the song again.
Good.
Yeah, now they're doing those doubles. I was wondering if they got earlier.
Persona.
Hikana. Yeah! I debated for a long time making the
Dancing is quite a
end
complex
of
art.
track
I'll
sound
strive
for the
further
last
heights.
song, the big guitar solo
You're dancing.
into not my ringtone, but into a
Really
like a
great.
text sound. But I don't think my phone
course.
does
I feel
isolated
like I've
text
grasped a new
sounds.
principle.
I was kind of disappointed about that. But yeah,
Come on,
let's.
go.
All right, time to let
I'm gonna put that on just so we can get it out of the way.
I like it.
So I'm gonna go for a little under 2 more hours and see how much we can get done in that time.
I suppose I could use a
So
brief
I was
warm-up.
yeah, the thing I wanted to bring up before was like, yeah, I'm really Naoto has such a weird history in this series because like
How's this?
she, I mean, outside of her character struggles, which are a whole other can of worms,
I can do
and I'm
this.
not even talking about her character development, which is wonderful. Probably one of the best like arcs they've ever done. I feel like that's fair. I don't think a lot of people are gonna fight me on that. You know, but the mysterious mystery of her voice actor. Now that
I could do
was
this.
fun. How because of I believe union-based issues,
Indeed. Right, ready when you are.
the voice for the original game and even Golden did the voice and was not allowed in the credits.
How's this?
And so, and they basically weren't allowed to talk about the fact that they did the role for years. And eventually they recast her with the woman that does it in this game. They did that. They recasted her with, you know, I should get the names for these ladies actually real quick. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to fuck this up.
Hey, that felt odd before.
Kanji, calm down.
Sensed your intense
You're a
emotion,
big boy.
Kanji-kun. We were both wonderful.
Yes. Yeah, so they replaced her with Valerie RM in both, in pretty much every spin-off, with the exception of the first arena, which they did get the original voice for. There's another voice for her in the anime, although I forget her name.
I could do this.
But eventually, I believe in around either 2018 or 2019, someone on Twitter messaged who they believed to be the voice.
There.
Hey, Anna Graves,
I won't waste this
are you
chance.
the voice of Kanto, the original one? And they're like, finally, someone figured it out. Yes, that's me. I'm in a different work situation now, so I'm allowed to say that yes, that was me. So Anna Graves was the original voice for Naoto. But it's crazy to me that people just didn't know that for like 9 years. Pretty much a decade. And you're just like, I don't know who that voice is. And it's wild to me. Especially because we had a voice for a while that did her that we did know about. Like, it was Valerie RM. And Valerie was also great. But they both do really good jobs.
Looks like they're both on fire.
Success. Kanji-kun, what's wrong? Your face is all red. Good.
Alright.
Yeah, like that!
Oh god, look at him go. I missed that quick transition, actually, first time.
How's this?
Oh yeah, look at that.
Go, Sukuna Hikura.
Bang! I'm probably not going to do a bunch of the video-based tracks in the DLC section
That's
for
surely
this,
just a coincidence.
because it's mostly just OPs.
Perfect dance, and you act like it's no big
Nothing
deal.
particularly special in there.
Typical.
But I will do some of the DLC tracks, one of which I've already done. Let's move on to Heartbreak. Heartbreak.
Let's dance.
Unfortunately, Yukiko, I need to. What is that? Wow. Oh, ooh. There we go. Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
This.
What do we gotta go with? Oh god, forgot about that. Pick one, pick one, pick one. Sure.
I'll go with this today.
Okay, leave it to me.
Oh man.
I think I'll enjoy this.
Yeah.
It's alright, just keep calm.
Yeah, I have some Yukiko thoughts for when we're watching the video version.
Ready anytime.
That's it!
I'll help out.
Looking good.
Dang!
Splendid, Yukiko.
You truly are amazing. Thanks, Yukon.
You seem great together. I'm rooting for you.
Thanks, Yukon. You really are reliable when things matter most. That's it. No problems at all.
Oh. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Didn't drop the flow.
Let all our feelings get through.
I don't know what it is about P4's tracks now, but like they are like way easier. I say as I fuck that up.
I'm going in too. Splendid, Yukiko.
You saved me again. You're so dependable. Yes, synchronize. Thanks, Yukon. You really are reliable when things matter most.
Oh, got a good in there. It was not great. Literally.
Very nice.
There you go.
Konohana Sakuya! I showed off some nice moves, right?
You carry yourself so fluidly. It suits you, Yukiko.
Unbelievable! I'm so happy that I managed this.
Good, you're starting to get used to this.
All right.
Let's go!
Yes.
Fashionable.
Persona 4, Dancing All Night.
I'd say this is just right.
Show off all your moves, Yukiko.
Oh god, no, no, let me get that off the screen. There we go. I'm gonna grab something out of the drawer. Can't see the light, I'll latch onto it. Alright. Yeah, I said I have issues with Yukiko. Here's the thing. Yukiko's weird at this point because, like, I adore her in every game but P4 and Golden. Like, it's weird. Spin-off Yukiko is top tier. She's the best. And it's mainly because she turns into a sass queen out of nowhere in a way that is kinda there in the other games, but in the spin-offs it is exaggerated and it gives her a quirk that I really appreciate.
Oh, nice moves! Yeah, you got it!
Because it gives her kind of this Ice Queen element, which I think is really fitting, actually. I kind of wish it was more emphasized in the original game.
Really are reliable when things matter most.
That's it! I think it's going great!
But yeah, I think it's. I wish it was more emphasized in the original. Not a deal breaker or anything. Like, I still like her. I like her as much as any of the other characters that I quote don't like, but there's no one I really don't like, honestly. These drawers won't close. All right. Yeah, I like.
Ready anytime.
I think she's really fun in the spin-offs. And wonderful voice actors too. Amanda Winley is like one of the best people. Because she's a shitlord. Like, she's a shitlord troll at age like, well, actually I don't know her age. I don't want to say anything like that. But you know, like she's out there trolling with the best of them at an age you would not at what appears to be an age I wouldn't expect. And she's very smart, very savvy, and boy does she know how to roast the worst people out there. So yeah, Amanda Winley is wonderful. I wish Yukiko had gotten more in the original, frankly. You know? Yeah, I mentioned earlier that like one of the things I dislike in P4D is like how the dance moves are kind of just dance moves. They don't outside of kanjis. They don't really register to me as particularly representative of who's dancing them. Whereas in P3 and 5, I get that feeling with every character. They took a lot of care to make that happen. I read how much it mattered to them to do that in a bunch of the early interviews, and I think it really paid off.
King crazy!
Can I be more confident in myself now?
I knew you'd pull it off perfectly, Yukiko.
All right.
I think I'll enjoy this.
Oh, nope. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 more.
Alright, let's go!
Alright. This one is one of the only ones that's like actually kind of different from the original design. But it's still ultimately kind of just their school uniforms, and I don't know, I think that's lame. Well, okay, here's the thing. At the same time, like, there are certain cases where I think it works. Like, Ren's costume is kind of built on his school uniform, but it's weird. It keeps the uniform, but on such a small level that I almost don't think it matters.
I look good in anything.
And even past that, like, even with with how much it does take, no one else in the cast has that. Like, it's kind of exclusive to him, and I really appreciate it when the costumes are more not just kind of how they look with some extra odds and ends. Which is why, like, the Sogabe designs are so great, because they're just kind of out there. Like, it's like a weird mechanics uniform, and it fits him so well. Whereas this is just...
Oh, I'm
It's
liking this a
Yosuke.
lot.
Yosuke with a bandana. New shirt. Sleeves rolled up. Not a whole lot special going on
Thanks
there.
for picking me.
Yeah, I really wish the
This'll be a
Sogabe
breeze,
designs
right?
could have just been the designs.
Tackle this head on.
two are too damn perfect.
Amazing moves, GA. Should I learn Kung Fu too?
Oh, there it starts to loop now.
Yup.
Wow!
I feel like more of the songs loop the animations in this game too. It's not something you really see in the other two. Yeah, I know it's not a popular opinion, but like, this is definitely the one I like the least, even with the issues with 5's soundtrack. Which is weird to say, because like, P4D's soundtrack is incredible. It's just that they should have waited so it could have been better. Like the days of my mother remix, when my mother was there remix alone, like god tier.
Great.
It's fucking perfect. Might even be like one of my favorite songs out of all three of these. That being said, 3 by far has the best soundtrack. By far. This one's okay. I still like it a lot. It fits P4 really well.
Yeah, like that.
Looking great, Yosuke! Become the new star of Inaba!
Haha, not bad, GA. That was some sharp footwork. Go get him, you two! Amazing moves, GA. Should I learn Kung Fu too? Yup.
Bam.
Come, Persona!
Get out here, Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I remember when I was like, when I first played P4D and 3, and I was like, oh, where are the little outros with the personas? Those were really cool. And going back to it is like, oh, they probably removed these because when people would play the songs over and over again, they were like, can I skip these, please? So they just decided to get rid of them entirely, which, hey, you know what? I get that. That makes sense. You know what? Screw it.
Alright with me.
But yeah,
Persona 4, Dancing
you know, it's funny.
All right, let's plow through this.
This is the 0% ValueCast, and of course there should. And of course there should be no value here, and there never will be because no one's watching. And most importantly, the value always has to stay at 0 or below, which is good because me spouting a bunch of opinions about the series, about the things that I really love about it, and the things that I don't, and my things that I like about it tend to be hard opposite of the, quote, core community. I think 5 is probably my favorite game of all time. I adore 3 so much that it fights for that top spot a lot, and I think 4 is really good. I think 4 is really good. I hate 1 and 2, so I'm basically public enemy number 1. You know. So, as far as adding value to this show to anyone that's watching, it's about as rock bottom as you can ask for. So, I'm doing a really good job with this stream, is what I'm saying. Keeping it low. No one will find enjoyment here. If they do, then I'm doing my job wrong. Really happy to have the Phoenix Rangers costumes in Royal. And it has the theme that they made for 3 and 5 too. I mentioned it when I did it in 5, but like, they were like, hey, put the Featherman theme in this game, and they were like, there isn't one. They're like, what do you mean there isn't one? So they went and made one. They went to go make one immediately, and that's the one we got with Yumi. Yumi and Lin, I believe. Yeah, it was Yumi and Lin. I think I've pretty much gotten through everybody's I think I've pretty much gotten through everyone's LMB costume, which means I can thankfully move on to the costumes I really like. Yeah, I'm hoping to. I have a little under an hour and a half left, so I'm gonna go and do as many as I can in that time, hoping I can get this game's entire soundtrack done tomorrow, start 3, maybe even start 3 tomorrow. So, you know, that'd be great if I can manage that.
I'll liven things up.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. At 2019, the PSL, they had, for Son of Super Live, they did the Phoenix Man, the Featherman theme, and they had
You can do this, Yosuke.
Red Featherman show up while they were singing it, and he ran all the way through the stands, and everyone was losing their minds. And then he got to the stage, and he took his helmet off, and it was Jun Fukuyama, which is Ren's voice actor. And everybody, including me, lost their fucking minds, because I couldn't believe they would do that.
Come, Persona!
It's so cool. I really should make an effort in 2021 to be there live, not in person, because fuck that, I'm never gonna make that work. But, like, to catch the stream live. I should really do that.
King Crazy! Man, it's like my true skills show through?
Yosuke, that was perfect in every way.
I want to catch it live without seeing things ahead of time is basically my thing. That'd be really great.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, so we got that, we got this. Or, well, like, whatever. Look at the difference. Who cares? I've done this in that rate. I mean, we've kind of got through all the big ones, so I'm probably going to start wearing the Sogabe costumes, to be honest. For a second, I thought it was the Saitama costume. In a sense, it kind of is. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll make Chie wear that. Why not?
How do I look?
I got this.
So this one is weird because it's time to make history, which is
Let's start here.
Golden's the battle theme. I can't remember if it was the ambush one or the regular one, but it's the only quote full version of it that exists. It has a second verse of lyrics. It's crazy, even crazier that, like, I don't know, they didn't patch that into Golden.
All right.
It's really bizarre because I don't think you can actually hear it anywhere other than here.
Ready whenever.
Like, even I think this is the only OST that gives it to you.
How's that? All right.
See what we can do when we put our minds to it.
Yeah.
You've improved.
Looking cool, Yukon!
Your training really showed through, Chie.
I see. You two need no words.
You did it, Chie. That felt awesome.
Alright.
Ooh, I think that was good.
Very nice.
That went well.
Yeah, here's the new verse.
Yeah.
It's not in Golden. It's crazy.
All right. Perfect. How's that? All right, I'm ready whenever. That went well. All right. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of all the cut-ins in this game, but this one's particularly good.
It's my time in the spotlight!
You've improved.
Looking cool, Yukon!
And the camera goes nuts.
Really showed through, Chie.
You're both good.
It's almost disorienting how much the camera's bouncing around.
Ooh, I think that was good.
Man, that song's great. It's so good.
Izanagi.
That song is great. That just makes me so happy.
Brilliant.
That went exactly the way I pictured.
Wow, I have no criticisms at all, Yukun.
Oh yeah. He's protagonist, man.
Let's go.
He has that energy.
All right, time to let loose. How's this? Look good on
Oh
me?
man, I love that so much. That hair is the best.
I can't get
Oh
careless.
god, yeah.
Counting on you. Put your back into it.
Man, that costume is the best.
All right.
It suits his pimp attitude so well.
That went well. How's that? All right, I'm ready whenever.
Yeah, I really feel like P5 and 3D don't loop the dance numbers quite as much. I think that might have been more a Vita limitation, if anything, to be honest. Because I could very noticeably tell when it's redoing a dance. Whereas I can very rarely tell in 3 or 5 because I don't think it does that. The whole song is pretty much a unique routine.
Those are some
Or
powerful
if they tend
moves,
to
Kaji.
loop it somewhere
I
in the
sense a
middle
strong
of these.
connection between you two.
Amazing strength, Kaji. You drew out my power too. That went well.
I know people would really like a remake of
Yeah.
4 with this art style and this engine. I feel like 4 mechanically. Here's the thing. I think they need to add a bunch of quality of life features from 5 back into it if they port it. But I think 4 is kind of fine as it is. Like story wise, Maria aside, I really am of the mind that there's not much you really need to do to P4. You just need to add some mechanics to make the combat flow a little better, maybe make those a little more expedient.
All right, I'm ready whenever.
P3 needs a lot more work. They've got to make Tartarus more. I said before, I know it's supposed to be oppressive, but it can't be at the expense of feeling like it's an enjoyable place to go through, you know? And the funny thing is, a lot of people get on like, oh no, you're disrupting the developer's intent by saying so this thing should change. But I've always found that when game devs talk about that kind of thing, like you'll say, hey, what was the artistic intent behind why you made this thing like dreary and oppressive? It was to supplement the mood, right? And they're like, no, we just didn't know how to do it. It was old. It was an old game. That was all we could do.
Sense a strong connection
Usually
between
tends
you
to be
two.
the answer. But people like to extrapolate that every part of gameplay is meant to like mean a message. The honest truth is, I don't think in most cases, there are some, like Shadow of the Colossus, there are some cases where like actual mechanics were intended to still tell stories. But I feel like that really started around the PS3, PS4 era. Like in the way that it was obvious that that's what they were going for because like console architecture allowed it. Whereas like a lot of like early PS1 and PS2 stuff, the devs would usually try to do stuff like that before running up against a brick wall and then their like machines said, no, you can't do that, and they're just like, oh, okay. I guess we'll just bullshit it some other way. That being said, I'm making game development sound harder than easier than it is. It's not. I saw a pretty good tweet earlier today, which was like, there's a name for games that are buggy beyond belief and patched together and like barely functioning other than like their base components,
I wanna wear this
and it's
one.
called shipped. Because, like, yeah, that's fair.
Pretty fashionable.
I wanna do dancing too.
Persona 4, Dancing Online.
Wonder
Do
how
you
much
think I
many
can do
more I
this
can
one
get
too?
with the next
It's
hour and a
alright.
half.
Just keep calm.
Oh, this one's cute.
Here. Ta-da!
How adorable she is.
Wasn't that great? Okay, you're doing great.
Oh, that's a great transition.
Hey, Monica, let me in on the fun.
Oh, how fantastic!
Oh, I just figured out what I'm gonna do with the costume on this one
You're doing great.
when I replay it.
Dancing with you is really fun, Big Bro. Oh my! Look at these two. Thanks, Big Bro.
I'm really happy I came up with that idea. Oh, I fucked that up. Oh, it's here, so it's fine. No, that's just a fuck up.
Here. Wasn't that great?
Oh yeah, the Scramble OP is tonight. Oh, I'm so excited to see that, because it means we'll get like a proper, mostly full-length version of You Are Stronger. I've been listening to that music, that instrumental version for months. It's so good. I believe Scramble's meant to have like 60 new tracks, which is pretty good, I'd say. And the little pieces I heard of them today, like the Last Surprise remix that the game starts with, is so good. There's a Blooming Villain remix, there's a Keep Lord of Lust remix I heard. Man, those are great. Those are so good. They're in, Atlas had a Japanese Let's Player do 2 hours of the game this morning. If you haven't watched that yet, what are you doing here? Like, go watch that, because there's a ton of great stuff. I got a really good sense of how that game's actually going to flow and play, and I'm a really big fan. Because it feels like they were just like, okay, well, we could just make a regular-ass Muso, or we could, like, you know, use this as an opportunity to not only extrapolate on like turn-based mechanics in such a setting, but also really expand on what Musos kinda are in general. Like, there's level design, there's verticality, there's like context-sensitive moves outside of just like all the basic stuff. There's like there's just mechanics and ideas that aren't in those games. Like, and I'm really happy to see not only this series get a treatment like that, but also just oh yeah, right, I was gonna do something fun here. But also just to like show what that genre can also do. No, not the word. There we go. That's what we want.
Persona 4, Dancing All Night.
I hope this is gonna be easy.
Don't worry, we're here with you.
Yeah, I just think everything about that looks really, really promising, and I'm really happy to see it. You know, I thought I would be more upset about what seems to be a lack of S-Links, but I don't really mind, honestly. I was thinking about it. What would I want S-Links for those characters post-story to be? And I couldn't really figure it out. Although it also occurred to me, like, how would you do S-Links in a road trip where they're not always in the same places? When you're in those main games, like, you can always rely on certain places being available, right? But if you're going to a different city every stage, how do you reliably tell do S-Link stories that are usually location-based? And I realized, like, yeah, I guess you can't really do that. Unless they were all in the RV, but I don't know. That would seem a little weird. I don't know. Maybe if they gated you, oh, you have to do these S-Links before you leave, but then they're not really S-Links at that point, so... The format for the story they wanted to tell doesn't really work for it, so, you know, I'm fine with it. It's not a big deal. I would have liked it, but I can live without it. Especially since the game is meant to be sort of a victory lap for Royal, and that makes me happy. Yeah. Scramble looks really promising in a big way, and I'm consistently blown away by the neat stuff they're doing with that game. Trying to think of what else is there to say. I don't want to just like regurgitate, "Aw, isn't she cute?" like 20 times. I was just reminded of the man horse scene from P4A. That is quite a scene. I'm so happy that exists. The fact that it's like specifically shitting on the man is the best. He's like, nah.
That's amazing, Nanako.
Dancing with you is really fun, Big Bro.
I'm almost envious of such a wonderful duet.
I love you, Big Bro. Ta-da! Okay, you're doing great.
All right.
King Crazy!
I did it! I did it all just like
I forgot that she had that costume. Mainly because I didn't buy it because it's horrendous.
Even better from now on.
You're getting better and better, Nanako.
Yeah, I remember thinking, like, it would be more interesting to have a story mode for
Let's get rolling.
P3 and 5, but now that I'm way past it, well, especially now that I've played those, yeah, I was way happier to see. Oh yeah, actually, I would like to see Teddy.
Teddies have rights too, you know.
Damn, man, that's a great costume. I'm really happy, just really happy that
How's this?
I'll be honest, I lost my train of thought. That's fine, it'll come back later.
Yukiko Amagi, at your service. Oh, I think I like this.
Oh god, I just did it again.
Let's get rolling.
Yukiko Amagi.
There we go.
Yukiko Amagi,
Problem
at
solved.
your service.
Nice to meet
Ooh.
you.
Let's not bounce out of that again.
Dancing all night.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought. That's okay, it'll come back.
Keep your spirits up, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yahoo! Woohoo! Yahoo! There we go! Got it! I'm ready whenever! Woohoo! Hey-ya!
Listen, nothing says 0% value like starting a conversation topic and not finishing it because you forgot. So you know what? It's all good.
Yeah, get him!
That was perfect, Teddy.
Thanks, Yuki-chan! Now I'm sexier and smoother than ever!
Yeah,
Your two hearts unshakably bound. Cherish that bond.
Oh, but I want to dance with Yuki-chan more! Yahoo! Let's jump! I'll make them fall head over heels for me. Okay! Perfecto! Ha!
Oh god, I forgot.
Perfecto!
Is that really the one that General Teddy gets? I know he gets a bunch of different ones depending on the costume, but jeez. I would have thought it'd be something for something else. Or maybe it actually is specific to the song.
Perfecto! Yeah! You nailed it beautifully!
Flavor time.
Quick change artist Teddy.
Woohoo!
Yeah, get him!
That was perfect, Teddy.
Thanks, Yuki-chan! Now I'm sexier and smoother than ever!
They're both going all out.
Fantastic.
Hop, step, and jump! There! If you don't watch my pretty dance, I'll punish you!
Great.
Woohoo! Ha! Perfecto! Yeah! Brought to you by our sponsor, Prince
Oh.
Teddy. Woohoo!
Oh, I actually came really close to the high score that time.
Persona!
Apparently I was tagged on something. Hold on. Oh, I've been tagged in the Jared Leto as Morbius photo, and it is both comic accurate and boring as fuck.
Teddy, you deserve a pat on the head.
Proving once again that maybe comic accuracy isn't the thing we should always aim for.
Full steam
The only scary thing about that image is the fact that I have to. Apparently, they want me to sit through a Jared Leto performance. Listen, if I wanted dead rats and condoms sent to my house, I would just ask a dealer. I don't know why this dealer would have dead rats and condoms, by the way, but you know, you gotta get your stuff somewhere.
Am I wearing it right?
I'm mixing up metaphors, it's fine.
Dancing
This is what happens when you let me on a stream
This'll be
alone.
a piece of cake.
Especially when I'm
Easy as
coming
pie.
off
Teddy, give us a good
medication
show.
that didn't mix well. Look at this idiot.
There we go. Yahoo! Hey-ya! There we go. Maximum energy. Yahoo! Hey-ya!
Let's dance together.
Hold on, there's a PS5 rumor in my feed I need to look over. Let me see what this is about.
That's the spirit, Teddy.
Not P5S, I know this,
Yuki-chan.
I know this can
Now
be
I'm
confusing.
sexier and smoother than ever.
You were both wonderful. I applaud with my humblest respects.
Aw, but I want to dance with Yuki-chan more.
Oh, interesting. Just some patent stuff that was a little out of my depth, personally. Yeah, I also, like,
Let's jump. I'll make them
the
fall
backgrounds
head
of
over
these
heels for me.
environments. Huh, it was different this time. Weird. I don't know what determines that. But yeah, I like the... I think something that I like a lot more is I'm not the biggest fan of these backgrounds with all the shadows. I really like just having the actual locations to dance through. It's more entertaining that way.
All right, perfect.
I'm not gonna hold back.
I mean, what can beat Yuki dancing on his own grave? When you wear the Sogave costume for Teddy, his human form is very exciting. I like it a lot. It's stupid, but I like it. He wears a he basically wears a quote Teddy costume. If that makes any sense.
Here at Teddy?
Thanks, Yuki-chan. Now I'm sexier and smoother than ever. You were both great. I gotta step up my game now. Great. Hop, step, and jump.
Every time I see these, I'm like, how do you mocap that costume? Like, you know, obviously they had to mocap Morgana as well, and I'm like, how? How was this done? It's just a person on boxed shoes, on their knees, just kind of going,
Prince Teddy. Woohoo! Persona!
King Crazy!
At one point I'm probably going to do the last DLC song, the one at the very bottom of the list, which could potentially be a spoiler if you have not finished P4, so just be aware.
Okay, let's keep
I'll probably do it after this one, just to get out of the way. What do we got? Here, yeah, sure, why not?
Do I look good?
Yeah,
Sure.
I look good in anything.
Wait, apparently I've King Crazy'd this. I don't remember that, but that's nice.
I'm gonna do it! Leave it to me!
You're on fire, Chie. Show off those kicks.
Probably not gonna happen this time. Yeah, now the pressure's on. I fucked up. Well, pressure's off now. I'm so excited to get to 3. Love that soundtrack so much. Is that the first GA song that I've done? I don't think. Oh, well, I don't think I... Well, you know, I don't think I've seen that tonight. So, I'm gonna say yes.
Brilliant!
Yeah, and I haven't seen that post tonight, so yeah.
Impressive, Chie. Looks like your training paid off.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Don't I look great in this one?
Oh god. Ashley Birch reset.
Are
I
you
can't
ready?
handle it.
Alrighty.
Again, it's like the only
Here
recasting in the
goes.
series
Just
that
do
hit
like
me in a
you
bad way.
practiced. I'm cheering for you.
All the other recastings were fine. This is unfortunate because Ashley Birch is great. Then again, this would have been when? 24? 20, was Dancing All Night 2014 or 2015? Let's find out. It was mid 2015. So there you go. Which is not terribly long. Well, it's at this point it's 5 years ago, which is a fair bit away, a fair bit ago. But I still think Ashley Birch was doing pretty well around then, so it's weird that I just don't care for it. Because again, like, it's not even just that like Laura Bailey is too precious to me. Because like, again, I like pretty much all the other recastings. I like the second and third Naruto voices actually. Towards the anime. I like. Well, hilariously, I despise the original Chie voice, which is, I guess, not popular. Whereas Aaron Fitzgerald is fucking incredible. I hate the old one because it's like.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like the okay, Chie is defined as being spunky, overzealous, and like energetic. And when I went back and played the original P4 just to see, it's just this lady who I don't believe voice acts anymore, being like, Yosuke, you broke my trial of the dragon. No, and it's just, it sounds vapid. It sounds like she's bored. It sounds like one of those performances where they're like, I'm stuck doing this stupid anime bullshit. Oh, I don't want to be here. And it's like, It's not exactly shocking that they didn't bring her back. But I guess people like the old one. Like they like Chie being flat and bored, I guess. Whatever. People are crazy. There you go. Yeah, no, I get. Yeah, Matt versus Kanji is another one because I adore Troy, but I could be. There are times when I would forget it's not Troy because he just captures Kanji's personality and traits and voice so well that sometimes I just don't even. I can't care. It's sometimes I mix their voices up in my head and I can't tell which one's which. Like, yeah, Mercer took over for Kanji in the best way. Hell yeah! Let's get that off of you now.
This is fashionable.
What do you have? Oh yeah.
Want me to show you my move?
Where is the Sokabe? Yeah, look at that. It's a great design.
Get me excited.
Let's have some fun.
Persona 4, Dancing All Night.
Let's start here.
Alrighty, let's tackle this head on.
Oh god, no. What, I thought I took that off. Oh, I must have put it on random.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Much better.
Alright, here goes.
Hopefully that's fixed now. Maze of Life is the best. Yeah,
Let's
that's
start
honestly
here.
just the biggest thing. The biggest issue with P4D's soundtrack, despite the fact that pretty much everything there is great, is just that it came out too soon. I would have loved to hear some Scramble remixes. I would have loved to hear some Royal remixes, some Q2 remixes. Honestly, if Dancing was announced at the end of this year, I would be like, oh, that soundtrack's gonna be great. You know? Even just, or even some of the animation tracks are really, really good. Even though the animation is questionable at times. I still like it, but it makes some really neat changes in certain places that I'm told have been put in Royal, so now I can just pretend the animation doesn't exist.
That went well.
It's unfortunate, because I don't want to say that, because the P4A is pretty good. The P3 movies are fantastic. I love them. They are a really good adaptation of that story, despite some one or two choices that I'm like, okay. Mainly changing the order of the final battle tracks, but you know, other than that.
I see you in the moon.
Looking good. Looking cool, Yukon.
Your training really showed through, Chie.
Let's keep this energy up.
You did it, Chie. That felt awesome. How's that? Perfect. Yeah.
Maze of Life is the best.
That went well.
Though I have to say, like, it's kind of absurd how much of a quantum leap over the original Q2 is. There are like 7 Grand Canyons between Q2 and Q1. Q2 is like probably one of my favorite titles in the series, spin-off or otherwise. Like, I love that story, I love how it plays, which is not something I can say about Q1. I really like the story in Q1, but the actual game kind of destroys it in some very specific ways. Just the mechanics are not as well thought of as I'd like, and in Q2 they solve pretty much all my problems.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna make this good. You've improved. Now that's our leader. He's on fire.
Your training really showed through, Chie.
You two are a good match. I'm a little fella.
You did it, Chie. That felt awesome. That went well.
There we go.
You did it! You did it!
Izanagi!
Oh.
Brilliant!
That went exactly the way I pictured.
I know I'm in for a treat when I watch Yukon dance.
All right, let's go.
Okay, you know I've got this.
Awesome.
Don't I look great in this one?
Again, all the Sagabe designs are god tier. They're the best. They're, I find
let's
the
get
original
going.
costumes this game had as the
Your heart into it
quote
and show what you
non-paid
got.
for variants fairly embarrassing. Not embarrassing, that's a bit too much. But you know, it's no contest. They're great. By the way, I apologize to whoever just commented. I will not be looking in the chat because yeah, I will not be looking in the chat at any comments because I am in full spoiler lockdown for Royal, so I apologize. You might have sent something very nice. I'm sure you did, but on the off chance you didn't, I will not be looking. I apologize.
All right, I'm ready whenever.
Yeah, like God, like this song, so good. Again, Q2 is an astronomical leap over Q1. It's somewhat embarrassing. Why are a bunch of people suddenly showing up? What's up with that? Anyways, yeah, like, Q2 is fucking fantastic. Q1 is questionable at times, mainly mechanically. The story's good. Although I'm not the biggest fan of how it reuses a plotline that Arena already did, and I kind of think it did it better. But, you know. Either way, Ashley Birch gives one of her best performances ever in that game, so whatever, I can forgive it. But yeah, like, Q1's really good. Pretty good. I will never play it willingly again, because there are many parts of that game that are agonizing to play. But I played through Q2 twice just last year. Like, I played it, and then I played it again, and it was great both times, and it never felt like it was dragging. Like, it's just so good, and the story lands a lot harder, too.
Perfect.
Maybe it's a part of me that really likes stories about stories, but Q2 lands in a really nice place where it doesn't feel like a retread of the original, which is what I really was worried about. It's because, like, Arena did the cancer plot. I think it did it pretty well. And then Q does the cancer plot again, and it does it well, but it's like, okay, we kind of already did this. Let's do something else. So I don't want this series to revisit cancer plots in the future, just because they've done it twice now. You can only, at a certain point, like, you can use that card a couple times, but at a certain point, it's almost manipulative. It's like, guys, you know this works because that's a real thing and it sucks, but, like, if you do it like 3 times, it's gonna feel like a gimmick, and you don't want cancer to feel like a gimmick. So I'm really glad that Q2 does something entirely different.
You made me feel like an idol too, Rise.
Wow, you're a sexy time.
You really
And I
showed your skills
hope
as
to
a
see
top
more of that
idol.
in the future.
That went well.
But yeah, Scramble, everything I saw from Scramble in that 2-hour stream this morning looks wonderful. And it looks like it has
Persona.
more thought put into it than, what, 90% of Muso's? Because, like, I've seen a bunch. The one I played the most is Hyrule Warriors, which is fair, because most people told me, hey, that's the best one that has the best, like, gameplay of all of them anyways. And, like, Scramble looks like an astro... Like, oh, once again, a ridiculous leap in terms of ideas and mechanics over most of those games.
Congratulations! You broke the record!
So that makes me happy that it's both a weird turn-based Muso, and it's also, like, it's just a really, like, well put together Muso that seems like it has a lot more passion put into it than a lot of them. Her Sogabe costume is so good. Because Sogabe costume is also incredible. Oh, like the fucking the rabbits in his pocket. He's got a teddy one in there. It's the best. The best.
Okay, leave it to me.
Let's go get it.
Let's go back to first principles.
Oh, Yukiko Senpai! You got this quiet kind of strength!
While the next track is on the replay with the backing, I'm gonna grab a drink. I'm gonna do that while there's something on the screen to watch, so it's not just, like, weird dead air. Oh, that was an embarrassingly early one. And that was just an embarrassing miss. So yeah, as soon as I'm done this, I will do P3, which I'm hoping will be a transition I can make tomorrow night. Although I am noticing it's already, as I was checking my clock, I missed a bunch of notes, of course. It's already 7:10-ish, so I will be stopping a little before the end of the hour for my D&D campaign.
Ready anytime.
Which has been on hiatus for a bit because, well, that's kind of how that goes.
Here I go! Yeah!
Of course I get there and someone's like, oh, no, I can't make it. And I'm like, well, back to the stream.
That was cool, Kanji-kun.
Oh, you're on fire!
God, those are really bad.
Good. Ready anytime. Here.
Am I having the Guitar Hero problem where they're actually going so slow that it's tripping me out? I've certainly done slower songs, but like, you know.
Looking good.
Just stand there, I'll leave you behind.
The group track in P4D, I forgot how hard it actually is, even on normal. Like, I was getting hit by notes so fast, and I couldn't believe I did it.
Larger than life, Kanji-kun.
You two are a good match. I'm a little jealous.
With blistering intensity. You don't hold back.
I wonder if I can beat the score at this point if it's too late. Probably too late. Maybe not. Beaten. Awesome. So I'm going to leave the replay version on, and I'm going to quickly grab a drink. Maybe use the bathroom real quick. But yeah, I'll leave this song on so that it's not just dead air. That should be more than enough time to grab a drink.
Brilliant!
I showed off some nice moves, right?
She's kind of weird at times. She gets the job done.
Alright.
Come now, let's dance.
Want me to show you
Yeah,
my
sure, why not?
moves?
Persona 4, dancing all night.
I'll get this.
Alright, I will be right back.
Well, time to do this. Good luck.
Good. Here. Good. Ha. Here. Good. Ha. Let all our feelings get through. Here.
See what we can do when we put our minds to it.
Good. Wow, you're so cool.
Ha! Yukiko, you're untouchable.
You were cool, Chie.
Whoa, totally psyched. This is my lucky day.
Chie and I are definitely in sync. It's such a thrill to see. Here. Good. Let all our feelings get through. Here.
See? Not long at all.
Good.
Am I muted right? Yep. Wow. The mysterious 5 viewers stayed. Well, it's probably 4. I'm one of them. Oh, but yeah, what was the... What particular thrust was I looking to say? Oh yeah, I mentioned it before, but like, spin-off Yukiko is like such a dramatic step up over regular game Yukiko. when she turns into a sass queen.
How was that, GA?
It's the best.
Pretty well, right?
Like, she dunks on everyone so consistently and is so enjoyable. Yeah, spin-off Yukiko, best Yukiko. Boy, is it really weird for a song like Snowflakes to have a remix on a stage looking like this. Man, yeah, like, I can't help but feel like it would have been so much nicer, and I know that's because they were going for a story in this one, but the backgrounds being places from the games in 5 and 3 were, it just makes it so much more enjoyable. Like, wouldn't it be super neat if, like, that track could have taken place in, like, either the ski lounge or even on the ski hill, maybe the cabin, like, it'd be so neat. But yeah, I get it. Yeah, ultimately the presentation of 3 and 5 puts it way above this for me. Okay, now I'm gonna do the one track that's potentially a spoiler, so maybe come back in like 10 minutes. I'm going slow, you have time. Okay. It's gonna happen in a few seconds, so just in case. 3, 2, 1.
What, me?
I'm not really gonna talk about anything during these. Because I don't wanna, you know.
This seems good. Well, this could be
I know the game's like a decade old, but still. I have some friends that don't know, so. We're probably gonna get into the series with Royal. So that makes me very happy.
You lost me, but fine. I'll do it.
The Fog is the best track Megara has ever written. It's the best one. Although there's some Royal tracks that I'm like, whoa, boy. I've only listened to disc 1. And I Believe. I've also listened to I Believe. But I have not heard what is apparently already reached legendary status. I believe it is called Throw Away Your Mask. I've not listened to it. Although it's on my PC, as with the rest of the soundtrack. But I'm holding myself back. I think I did one day, like, play like the first 2 seconds of it, and I was like, whoa, and then I had to stop. So like, no, I have to keep it in my pants. Don't spoil it.
I'm rocking it, huh?
I had that and I fucked it up.
Yep. I'm rocking it, huh? Guess it's time to get serious. What'd you think? Yep. I'm rocking it, huh?
I went for the hard left. Oh man, that was bad.
What'd you think? I'm rocking it, huh? Yep. I'm rocking it, huh?
That was bad.
Yep. What'd you think?
Oh, here comes the best part.
It's time to get down.
Feel my passion.
as well let loose once in a while, right? That went well. Man, this is starting to get kind of fun. Impressive. I'm rocking it, huh? Just really moving with the flow. Hey, don't get so worked up. It's too much for me. Yep. Impressive. You've got some guts, stealing the spotlight like that.
Oh my god, I'm on a high score.
I'm rocking it, huh?
So, that is probably my favorite track in this game.
Pretty well.
It's funny. It didn't even really occur to me until I saw it again. But like, the thing I mentioned earlier with snowflakes, where it'd be really cool to see one of the like snowy golden locations as the backing for that song. Well, this song actually is a location from P4, and it's a fitting location. Maybe the one before it would have been more fitting, but it's still a location that represents towards the ending of the game. So it's really neat to actually see it represented as the proper backing, you know? As opposed to just all these stages with shadows dancing on them, and it's neat, I guess, but it would have been so much neater to have them in the locations. Again, it's one of those things where, like, if this game had been made later... Well, okay, I can't even really say that, because P3 and P5 probably wouldn't have had that if this game didn't. So, yeah, you know.
What'd you think?
I'm happy that P3 and 5 have the proper backgrounds.
I'm rocking it, huh?
Probably why overall I'm more happy with those two than I am this one.
What'd you think?
It's funny that I mentioned that, like, in this game, something that doesn't particularly work for me is that the dances are just kind of dances, because all the characters are intended to be professionally trained in dance now, so they can actually just do dance moves, and it's fine. Whereas in 3 and 5, the dances really represent their personalities, because some of them don't know how, and they're just kind of learning, so they're just sort of... Like, Ryuji doofs his way through every track he has. Futama's kind of the same way. Makoto has, like, an elegance to her. Like, An has this, like, almost desirable element to her. They all act very much like themselves, the P3 cast included. And it works really well. Which is also why I really like this one. Because this is how this asshole would dance. Like a fucking idiot. It's great. Honestly, the ones where you can really feel the personality of the character that's going for it, those are the best ones. Which, unfortunately, is kinda this song, and then select parts of this game. Kanji's actually are very much like him. And pretty much every character in 3 and 5.
Yep.
Like, he's doing all these weird, like, things with his hands, like, he's just... He's like, oh, look, I'm a clock now, like... He's like, I don't know how to dance. Oh, look, it's that thing Dojima does to me. Dojima.
Yep.
Dojima, whichever you prefer. Yeah, like, he dances like an idiot. It's great. When you can feel who they are in the dances, it's the best. Rather than it just sort of being a dance number. Like, what is this? It's the best! Okay, but unironically, this is the fucking best! It's so good!
Fine, I'll give you a show. Don't blink now.
Yeah!
That went well.
Yeah!
This is starting to get kind of fun. What'd you think? Impressive. I knew you'd carry yourself well. That wasn't bad for a
I'm mesmerized. I always am when I watch this. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go.
I'm rocking it, huh? You've got some guts.
I'd honestly be fine if the song ended right there. But they got a little more in there. He's got a little more. He's got a little more of that pizzazz.
Yep.
Like this is how I would dance.
I'm rocking it, huh?
Like a lunatic. Yeah, that's easily the best track in this game. It's unfortunate it's DLC.
Dancing's even better than my magic tricks. Amazing. That was a perfect dance.
Nope. No. Okay. So we were on... Oh, by the way, it's 7:25, so I have about 35 more minutes, so I might cut one short, depending. What did I do now? No, it was way below here. No, yeah, it was around here. Oh, yeah. This one's great. This is the one that people post when they're thirsty for Nepto. Yeah, that costume is so good. Yeah, it's gotta be comfy. Well, this one I did with snowflakes, right? I didn't do this yet. I don't think so. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't do this.
Now, the stage is set. Now,
So
let's
a
begin.
little under
Just
35
leave this to
minutes.
me.
Actually, yeah, probably less than that.
Psych up and get him!
I might even, since I am doing each one and then I'm doing it a second time, I will probably cycle them. You know, for a stream where I'm on my own without all the other guys and gals, it's gone fairly well. Probably because I have an enormous dearth of stuff to talk about with this franchise I'm mildly indebted to. Even despite the parts of it that I don't like, you know. I should stop talking about which ones I don't like if you wanted to. Because it just pisses people off. People can like the games they like. That's fine. I have no particular ill feelings if they like the ones I don't like. I have my reasons. I've talked about them. I don't need to go on ad nauseum about it. That's not helping anybody. If you like it, it's fine. I deal with enough people that are just like, oh, you played P5, that means you're not a real JRPG fan. So I get with that. I get with that, like, what are you even talking about, like, feeling? It's... Oh, you must have played P5 first, you must not be a real JRPG fan. Actually, I played 3 first. And then they're like, what? No, you didn't. You have P5 as your icon. Someone who played P3 would never have that. Funny thing that I like P5, and they're like, who would do that? Who would like P5? And I'm like, people that, like, I don't know, have half a brain, I guess. I don't know what you want from me, random Twitter person. I saw those Twitter changes that are like, you can have like you can make your thing a statement so people can't reply to it, or you can just make it so people that you follow can reply to it. And some people are like, oh man, Twitter supporting, like, giving, like, people that shout bad ideologies a chance to do that, and that's 100% true. The statement thing is a really bad thing, and it's gonna make it really easy to spread bad misinformation. But I am never turning off the thing that's just my followers, because holy shit, I don't care about the randos. I'm so done with it. I've had enough randos come to my post for no reason, just to say, by the way, you're bad. And I'm like, great. Mutes. So whatever. Oh yeah, this song's great. This is what Twitter has informed me is the Thirsty Naoto song. The song that people go to when they're thirsty for Naoto. Which is a fairly high number of people, in fairness. I'm assuming it's certain supposed to be pressing buttons on notes, but I'm not. I keep tripping up on that. Yeah, like right there.
You're doing great. Keep it up.
Like I'm feeling the song too much, and I'm feeling the notes it doesn't want me to feel. It wants me to feel the other notes. Yeah, this is the shot. This is the Twitter thirst shot. Right there. There it is. They can't handle it. I'm probably not gonna do the True Story remix on stream. Like, it's good, but... like, I don't know. I just don't really feel a compulsion to do it.
A fine break. It's nice to be vindicated
Yeah, I've
by
done
such
way better than that
results.
in the past.
Your dance, it was
Brother,
really,
let's proceed.
really great.
Okay, Kanji. Put it back in. Put it back in. Put it back in.
Dancing all night.
I won't let you down.
It ain't like I think
Yeah, so about
you're cute
little
enough
under
Just
30
go.
minutes more I'll go. I need to check how many songs are left for tomorrow. I'll probably start early again and maybe even do some P3 stuff. Cut it in half. I just really want to get, because I decided to do all three, right? I want to get that done before Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Will probably be more people actually here tomorrow. Well, actually, no. Sundays are usually weird. Maybe there won't be. Whoa, Chie. You keep it in too.
I could do this.
Yeah, God, I can't handle how good that costume is. I wish I could like do a time stop and replace the LMB costumes with these. Like, just delete the LMB costumes from reality. They're fine. They're just not particularly exciting. Man, if these were the costumes that had all the art of them in the story mode, oh man, that'd be so good.
I won't waste this chance.
Love that. I'd love to see Sogabe's sketches for these. I wonder if they exist anywhere. Because they obviously based it off art that he did for them. I wonder if that art exists somewhere.
I can do this. There. How's this?
I'll admit, I'm getting mesmerized. Jeez.
Nice! You nailed it!
That's the thing. Like, Naoto's dances are really great. I don't really know if they're... like... I don't know if they necessarily evoke Naoto's personality.
I can do this.
Because how do you transition her personality? Her kind of, not necessarily shy, but assertive. Like, insecure but assertive into dance. You know? Like, you know, it's one of those interesting things. Well, not really insecure by the end of the game, of course.
What's wrong?
And I guess this is post that. But yeah, I'm more happy with the dance moves
I can do this.
35, which I keep saying, but you know, I have to say something for the whole stream. Either way, we're almost done, so that's good. I'm excited to be able to talk about the P3. Oh God, I'm remembering the tracks in P4D. They're just fucking great. Oh my God. Like, these are fine. The ones at 5 are really good, but the game happened too early, so they can't do Royal or Animation or Q2, even Scramble stuff. Which, you know, that OST could have been incredible if they waited a little longer. But regardless of that, this is the reality we live in, and P3 steals the show. Like, holy shit.
Oh, of course. I feel like I've grasped a new principle.
Alright. Let's see, how many more are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11! Wow. Made good time on that. It's another Konami song. Great. Alright, there's only one way to save this. Detective Loveline's on the case, god damn it.
Right. I just have to do this.
Persona 4, Dancing All Night.
One and two. Dance to the rhythm. It's starting. Come on, let's dance. This is going well. There. Good. This is going well. Here goes. 1, 2, 3. There. Good. I think that fever time thing has started.
Yeah, get him!
Here goes.
Yeah, Shadow War's great.
Cute, cuddly.
I'm trying to think of which OPs I think are better than the
A
rest.
little jealous.
Oh, what a precious little angel.
I definitely prefer the Golden OP, no question. The original P3 OP is probably the best one overall for my Dread. So good. This is not a popular opinion, but I definitely prefer the Royal OP over P5s. Visually, I agree, it doesn't do quite as much, but the fact that it actually highlights rather than shafts the entire cast, as opposed to the original OP that shafts a good half of them and shows them for like half a second. Actually, for the majority of them in one shot, and it just feels to me. I don't like that. And also, I think overall, like, I think the Royal OP is more representative of the entirety of the game as opposed to just more the opening bits of it. So yeah, I definitely prefer the Royal OP. Like, aesthetically, yeah, I guess, sure, it's not got as much going on as the other one, but like, I really don't care for how it like shunts so much of the cast off to the side. It feels weird. And I know that the imagery in the Royal OP is very on the nose, but also, I don't know, that fits. Like, you know, things don't always have to be subtle to be good, and sometimes a blunt instrument can actually be the most effective one.
This is going well.
There we go. I'm gonna be like super honest. I'm not particularly interested in showing that one a second time. So we're just gonna move on.
I like you even more now.
So let's see. How many more? Wonder how many more we can get through. Wonder if we can get to Junes.
I'm going full.
Either way, yo, the Akira Yamato remix. Let's go.
If you're certain, by all means.
Yeah, actually.
I'm already a handsome.
Hell yeah.
My turn now.
Okay, here we go.
Man, I was so happy to see that
All
Akira
right, let's
Yamaoka got
start.
in one of these.
Don't blink.
I'm trying to remember if he got anything for
Macho Man
3 and 5.
all that power.
I think he did. I'm not sure. Yeah, like I said, the dances where they show off a character's personality are the best ones. Kanchi's moves absolutely demonstrate his personality. So they're probably my favorite ones in this game. I can't really think of anybody else in this game that really shows off their personality via the moves.
See that?
I gotta go faster.
Hell yeah!
This is not faster, this is just off key.
I'm ready to unleash.
There we go.
How's that?
Nah.
Yeah!
Woohoo! Here I go! Yeah, that's it.
You've improved.
That was perfect! That macho style has got me hooked.
Ted, you were pumped up! Thanks!
You two work well together.
Yeah! You electrified the whole damn stage! See that?
Looking good.
Yeah!
You fall, break down, and the things you can take.
Hell yeah!
That's something almost evil kids get.
How's that?
Oh, I got a new high score. Awesome. In fact, I got so distracted by my excitement by that, I fucked up multiple times.
See that? Yeah!
Never fear, Teddy's here!
Hell yeah!
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah!
You really conjured up some skill, Kanji. Wait, what?
Not bad at all, Beth.
A performance well worth watching.
Yeah! You electrified the whole damn stage!
Very nice.
Yeah. That feels pretty good.
Take Mikazuchi!
Dude, that's Kanji's first track. Jeez. These are arranged very weirdly. Like, some characters just aren't on the list until later.
Brilliant! No complaints, right? I danced my ass off there.
Well done, Kanji. You got me excited too.
Alright.
I got no choice.
If you're certain, then by all means.
Persona 4, Dancing All Night.
Yep. Won't slack off.
You don't seem nervous.
But
I'm
yeah,
counting on you, Kanji-kun.
in terms of those OPs, yeah, I definitely prefer the Royal one for that reason. Which dancing OP do I prefer the most? I don't think I like dance as much as I want to. I like the song. The visuals I'm not particularly... I don't know, something about the way that OP is formulated I just don't really care for. It almost feels too corny. Which is weird because I adore corny. I love the camp. But there's something about it, it just feels over the line. I don't know. I think it might be the bit where they show them doing dance moves. You know? And it feels just weird. It's off-putting in a weird way. So between 3 and 5, I really like 3. But I forget the name of that OP again. It's like Our Time or something like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Let me just grab my phone. Let's see.
See that?
What the hell was it?
Yeah!
Now, let the music play. Wow.
It was Our Moment. That was it. Our Moment. And I really like Our Moment a lot. I think it's really, really good. I love the way that OP puts together. I think the visuals are fantastic.
You two make a cute couple.
I really think I have to give it to 5's OP though. Groovy is just too good, and the build up in the middle, where it's you know, let's be honest, right? Like, and then it's not a drop. I don't know what you would call it, but like the explosion of sound that follows that is just so well put together. I think I have to give it to 5's OP.
That was great.
Because when that build up is happening and when that drop happens, I don't care who you are. If you're not excited by that, you're dead inside. If you don't hear that build up and you're like, oh yeah, let's go, I don't trust you. There's something wrong with you. Your brain is not functioning. Let's see what else.
May I have this dance?
Man, I love the Q2 OP. Like I really love that thing. Q1's alright. It's got a good OP. Road Plus Taken is like absurdly good though. I think I'm getting messages about when D&D is gonna start. One moment.
You looked good doing that.
Don't stop, just plow through it.
We were a good
Don't
match,
fuck with
huh?
me, Discord. The song's almost over. I can only stall for so long.
Yeah!
Discord! Ah! Okay. It's just
Come on!
being told about 20 minutes. I think we can probably get through one or two more.
King crazy! See that? That's how Kanji the man does it!
Exhilarating.
Nope, nope.
That dance was filled with heart, Kanji-kun.
Okay. We might be dropping on that, which, you know what? That's satisfying to me.
I'll go with this today. Pretty fashionable.
Yukiko
Let's have some fun.
Okay.
Showtime.
I did a whole bunch of
Can't
these
get
tonight. I'm pretty
careless.
happy with that.
Starting. Believe in yourself.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. That went well.
Wow, awesome!
How's that? All right. That went well. It's ready.
Oh,
All right.
that sound right there. It's the best.
Perfect.
I don't think you would call it the chorus. I don't know. Music is weird for me.
All right.
Please allow me to join in the dance. Fantastic!
Yeah, you got it!
That went well. How's that?
Dead on, Yukon!
There's the elegance I was expecting, Yukiko.
Yes, synchronize!
All right. I was just there to make you look good. Yeah. Perfect. How's that?
Here it comes.
That went well. All right. Yeah. Perfect. That went well. All right, I'm ready whenever. How's that? Perfect. Yeah. All right.
Ah, I fucked up.
That went well.
That was really
I will
close
now
though.
begin my performance.
How's that?
Yeah, you got it!
All right.
That's the way. You really are good.
You got me fired up. Thanks, Yukiko.
Oh my.
You got me fired up too, Yukiko. Dance with me again sometime.
Fantastic.
Yeah. That went well.
Yeah.
Izanagi!
There was something I wanted to talk about. during that song. Hopefully it comes back to me while the next one's playing. It might probably be for the best that I just do the next one. But,
Well done, Yukon! You really do have a magnetic personality.
Yeah. And I am excited to do the rest of these tomorrow.
Let's go.
Honestly, just auto. Check one.
Persona 4,
Oh.
Dancing all night.
Sure. I'll show off my moves.
You're up, partner.
Perfect. All right. How's that? That went well. Yeah. Perfect. All right.
Ah.
How's that? All right, I'm ready whenever. That
Trying
went
to
well.
like, oh man, yeah. Oh, now I remember what I wanted to talk about. The scramble, the scramble stream this morning. Again, I brought it up a few times, but like the tracks that they didn't really unveil, but like were just playing while that streamer was playing.
All right.
The Last Surprise remix,
Awesome.
the Blooming Villain remix, and the there was one more. It was, yeah, there was a Keeper of Last remix. They are all
Always, partner.
Thanks
wildly
for the help,
strong,
Yosuke. Come again
and they
anytime.
just make me so happy. If you have not gone and watched that stream, and even it's the opening 2 hours of the game, so you might want to skim around the cutscenes for spoilers. But like, those tracks during all the gameplay bits are super good. If you want to hear the Last Surprise remix, you can go to Persona Central,
Yeah.
specifically their Twitter, and you can find a isolated
All right.
while talking while this sound is happening is crazy. If you go to their Twitter, there is a unlisted video that they put up. Be aware though, it has the streamer who is Japanese
That went
talking
well.
over it because it's not a clean rip.
How's that?
But you know, you can still hear the song. You can still hear the song.
All right.
The Blooming Villain and Keeper of Lust remixes are the same way. But yeah, seeing a bunch of that gameplay made me really, really happy. It looks
It's ready.
way better than I expected. And I was expecting a lot.
How's that?
But yeah, those remixes are really good. I would recommend people to listen to them.
Yeah.
Given what time it is,
That went well.
as much as I would like to try and get through another, I'm gonna call it after this one.
I can't just sit and watch.
And yeah, then I will be back tomorrow to finish this. Who knows, maybe there will actually be some people here depending. Then, probably switch out in the middle of it to do 3. Get a bunch of that done.
Awesome. Good job, partner.
Thanks
It's a
for the
weird
help,
0%
Yosuke.
value
Come again
cast when it's
anytime.
just
Bring
me.
it home with style. You guys did
You know? Oh man.
Perfect.
Oh, they
Great
picked Yosuke.
performance.
Cool.
Can always count on you. Yeah. All right.
I don't think I've heard these tracks with like a proper headset on before, which I'm obviously wearing to do this. Man,
How's that?
super good. Yeah, given the time, I am definitely gonna say let's cut it off here. Yeah, so I will do tomorrow. Oh my god, Games Done Quick is doing Untitled Goose Game. What are you doing here?
Even I'm satisfied with these
Go
results.
watch that right now. Holy shit. I wish I could watch that, but I have to go to D&D. Someone already left to go watch it. You're smart. You're a smart person. But yeah, so I'm gonna switch this off now. Tomorrow we will start the brilliant Detective Loveline on the Junis vocal theme. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more tracks. Yeah, okay. That's a good amount. I can do that. So we went through how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We did 17. That seems pretty good to me. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna drop that there. I'm gonna head over. Please... I don't know, like, go check the scramble footage if you're interested. And, yeah, I will continue this tomorrow. Hopefully it will not just be me. Bye-bye.